A life we work, but work is a bore. This life's for living, what's living for? Look for the industrial revolution.
Anne Lee, an illiterate blacksmith's daughter of Manchester, England, at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, founded the Shakers. She worked in the cotton mills at 14, married to a man she disdained. The 4 children she bore died in infancy.
She's finally discovered she's up. You told her so. Get closer and all. Tell you. Get closer and all. Tell you. Get closer and all. Take off your dress. I'll take off your dress. I'll shake off your flesh. I'll shake off your flesh. I'll shake off your flesh. Shake off your flesh. Shake off your flesh. Turn around.
She joined a sect who taught that Christ's second coming could be experienced in a trance produced by the rhythmic recitation of biblical phrases. This trembling also cured the body of ills. Peasants' families were forcibly removed from their land in the country. There, reproduction of children had been an asset, but as workers in the city, starving children were exploited by factory owners as cheap labor.
Job in a piss factory in Spectrum Pike. 40 hours a week, 36 bucks. It's real bullshit, but you know it's a paycheck, Jack. It's real hot in here too, hot like Sahara. But all these bitches are just too lame to understand, too damn grateful to get this job to realize they're getting screwed up the ass. Me, well, I wasn't saying too much neither. I was a moral little asshole, hard-working schoolgirl. I figure in a factory gotta earn my dough. But no, it ain't like that in a factory, see? You do your piecework and you do it slow.
Anne Lee saw the heterosexual marriage, since Adam's sin in the garden, was responsible for the curse of alienated work and the burden of childbirth for the woman.
To the woman he said, I will multiply your pains in childbearing. You shall give birth to your children in pain. To the man he said, with sweat on your brow shall you eat your bread.
The histories of the universe lie in the sleeping sex of a woman. Now, back in Egypt, the Egyptian Book of the Dead was written because they got these like women that were like, you know, that were before the time after 1852. So like, they got these women and they put them in these like tomb shapes, like mummy shapes, only they didn't mummyize them. What they do is they made this mixture up of opium and salad oil and henna. And they put it all over them. You know, they take, you know, first they knock them out with a sledgehammer. Then they'd lay them in there, and then they'd wipe them all over with this opiate henna oil. Maybe throw a little murk in, anything they could get in there. Anyway, she'd do this, and the scribes would be standing around with their papyrus or peanut butter bag wrappers. No, forget that one. They're sitting around with their scrolls, and anyway, she'd start babbling.
She saw that the language of the Egyptian priestesses could be merged with the religious revivalists' talking in tongues to produce a new rock language, Babylog, neither male nor female. Ann Lee and a few followers left for America, a virginal Garden of Eden, in 1774. In America, the Shakers would construct a society which would resurrect the pre-industrial family, but in a utopian form. The coming of Ann Lee meant the beginning of the millennium. Based on sexual equality and sexual abstinence, the patriarchal family is now to be replaced by co-equal brothers and sisters. The economy was craft-based, with common ownership of goods. Men and women met twice a week in meetings, sitting 5 feet apart from their partners to discuss theological or practical matters. Men and women worked in different spheres. After a sober work week, the Shakers met on Sundays to worship. In the circle dance, lines of men and women formed concentric moving circles. The dance liberated the group from individual sin and helped them achieve a collective purity.